Let's dive into the debanking hearing today that's happening on Capitol Hill. We've got a lot for you. Stick around. My name is Paul Grewal. Welcome back into TechPath. We will be talking about this today because this is the first hearing that we've had in a very long time, and technically it's the first hearing of this administration related to all of what's happening in crypto. So we're going to give you a full rundown. Don't miss this episode. I want to thank our sponsor. That is Coinbase. Coinbase is a great place to get started if you're brand new to crypto, or even if you've been in crypto for a while. This is a place where you can go in and get your trades on. Of course, a lot of flexibility, tons of tokens. Whether you're a business, an individual, all of that is available right there on Coinbase.com. All you have to do is use our link down below to get up to $200 in crypto. Now, it's not guaranteed that you get 200, just so everybody's aware. It's a randomized scenario of the award, so that's how it works. Use the link down below to get started. Let's go over to a couple of points I want to hit on right here. This was the company that was pretty much the center of the attention around what was happening around the debanking hearing, and this was Anchorage Digital. So they give a full rundown on what happened to them. I think you're going to like this. Take a look.
One day in June of 2023, we received an urgent email from the bank saying they needed to speak with us that day. They told us they were closing our account in 30 days because they were not comfortable with our crypto clients. They refused to provide any further explanation. I was shocked. We had extreme difficulty finding new bank partners. We spoke to about 40 banks across the country and were rejected by all of them, many telling us that they had a blanket policy against serving crypto clients. I have at least 2 employees that have debanked. I have spoken to dozens of crypto leaders that have been debanked personally or had their crypto companies debanked. To this day, our clients lack the ability to send wire transfers to third parties.
We are a community bank that does do character loans, and we would love to have your business. Nathan, we have a program on being the on and off ramp for crypto, and we would love your business.
Do you have one for law firms?
You bet. We got.
All right, so it's interesting to see all of this happen because many people would look at the banks and say, hey, it's, was it the bank's fault? Was it not the bank's fault? And I just want to make a statement here because this is something that, we've had an experience too, not that we got debanked, but we were in a position where we were trying to get a business license in a certain place here in Florida. And because we were related to crypto, we were denied a business license. That is the kind of things and the debauchery that was going on inside of all of this. So I want to go to another clip because this will get into, was it the bank's fault or not? Take a look.
You were simply part of a legal industry that banks were told by regulators would be a problem for the bank. Is that correct?
That's right.
Which banks?
Well, I think it's been publicly reported that Bank of America has certainly picked and choose winners.
Who else?
I think Chase Bank has.
Who else?
I think Citibank has.
Who else?
I think KeyBank has.
Who else?
I'm going to probably run out of names pretty soon, but I think the mega banks are.
We need to get those banks in here, Mr. Chairman. We need to get all those CEOs in here.
I would agree.
Senator, I actually don't think that they did that. Many of the large banks in the country were actually in active conversations with Anchorage to add crypto as an offering. They were looking to maybe become crypto custodians themselves or expand into that business line, which makes it so clear that this was not something that they wanted to do. Rather, they wanted to embrace crypto.
All right, so I think it's still up in the air as to how much involvement the banks had, or were they trying to appease regulators. Just remember that Citibank was the bank that debanked Ripple's individual CEO, Brad Garlinghouse. This wasn't Ripple the company. This was him personally. So those are a little bit different kind of scenarios when they start coming after your personal accounts, and this is something that happens within a major banking ecosystem that is regulated by the federal government so much, including the FDIC. I want to go to another clip. This will get into where Senator Lummis gets into hard proof about this and how it's going to change. Take a look.
Internal memo within the Fed. It says Reserve Bank staff generally should consider the conduct of the institution and its leadership and whether association with the institution poses undue reputational risk to the Reserve Bank. Is the institution's leadership associated with controversial commentary or activities? What is a controversial comment or activity? What is that?
Senator, I have no idea.
Is it in the eye of the beholder?
It's completely in the eye of the beholder, yes.
I feel like that was written for me.
That's the kind of thing you see in countries that appear on OFAC lists.
And that chart puts my hair on fire.
This morning, FDIC Acting Chairman Travis Hill released 175 documents relating to its supervision of banks who are attempting to engage in crypto-related activities.
I actually printed out one of the documents that came from the FDIC drop this morning. It's right there in plain letters. Quoting, "We respectfully ask that you pause all crypto asset-related activity."
What I would call this is hard proof of Operation Choke Point.
I'm just blown away by the continuation in this hearing of what they're revealing. This next clip is where Elizabeth Warren, one of our biggest, I won't say enemies, but one of the biggest anti-crypto people out there, goes a little bit further and gaslights some crypto companies. Take a look.
For me, this is straightforward. It doesn't matter who you voted for, what you believe in, or the origin of your last name. People shouldn't be arbitrarily denied access to their banks, locked out of their accounts, or stripped of their banking privileges.
SAB 121, I don't know how that passed the laugh test. To think that if you're holding a customer's crypto, that you've got to book that as a liability and then put capital against it is ridiculous. And thankfully, that's been rescinded.
All right, just to remember that Warren was the one who essentially kind of came in with that last minute administration power to continue to withhold or not extend SAB 121. And that came down from the White House, the administration itself. That was Biden. So just remember, that was a big factor here. Here's a clip that goes the other way in a confession by Warren, and they explain it a little bit more here. Take a look.
That Elizabeth Warren sided with Scott and with President Trump when it came to the issue of debanking. What did you make of that exchange with her?
In that exchange, I guess Elizabeth Warren had to come clean. And I guess because those 28 letters came out, the FDIC directly told banks, do not do business with crypto companies. She had to confess that what they were doing was wrong.
All right, now just don't think that that's a win just yet, all right? Because Warren has her ways, and this clip will show you that she's continuing her antics. Take a look.
I think the bank regulators are trying to react to a relatively new phenomenon. Crypto is about a decade.
It shouldn't take 10 years, respectfully.
No, but North Korea makes a lot of money through crypto operations. Those terrorist groups use it too. So I think there has to be a heightened awareness both in the industry and also within the regulators, and that's a factor that's not as prominent in other banking institutions that don't deal with crypto.
Dictators in North Korea being powered by crypto. What type of cryptocurrency did Al Capone use?
Primarily the privacy coin known as the US dollar.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'll look that one up, see if we can ban that one. How about Pablo Escobar? Gave a lot of reputational risk to fellow Colombians in what he did. What kind of crypto did he use?
I don't think he used any crypto.
Gotcha. So maybe money laundering wasn't invented by digital currencies. Would that be fair to say?
Very fair to say.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, the stuff we're going through here is ridiculous. All right, here's Kevin Wasaki. He's talking about a movement here from Anchorage Digital. Let me zoom in on that right here. Now, of course, is going to be the co-chair of both the stablecoin and the government relations working groups at the Blockchain Association. So I love to see this because finally we're getting people starting to move into a space where crypto is appreciated, blockchain is appreciated, and we're going to see this start to shift, I think, in the media narrative, more so than just the talking heads coming out of DC. There's a big movement here, guys, going forward. So I'm looking forward to this. All right, on to another news. And this was happening kind of in the hearing itself because they were trying to figure out, well, this is how blockchain could be utilized. One of the things that is being considered right now, Elon Musk putting the U.S. Treasury transactions on a blockchain for full transparency. And again, this is still complicated. We haven't seen a blockchain being selected out of DC yet, but I imagine Doge is going to be moving pretty quickly in this direction. This is the other clip I wanted to play because this is just another people. They don't understand this. I understand it. I get this. We're not making fun of anybody, but it shows you why and how this is going to change in the future. Take a look.
This is about the kind of payment system we're going to have in our country. I believe that would cause reputational risk. We don't know if the Doge crowd, we have no freaking idea. We have no idea and we're going to sit silently by, Mr. Klein, I believe their reputation would go straight to hell. And we don't know for sure whether this is a read-only ability or read and write.
The Treasury just put this out. Currently, Treasury staff members working with Tom Kraus, a Treasury employee, will have read-only access. Just to
Mr. Chairman,
help some of
do you know, Mr. Chairman, I'd just like to.
Sure.
So you are saying that it is read-only and not read and write.
That's what the Treasury just put out.
And
I hate it when they get fact-checked right in the middle of their rant. Don't you hate that? I love it, actually. All right, other things that are happening out there is Hashfire right here. Today's Doge payment controversy shows how fragmented records breed confusion. This is the problem that we're going to continue to see possibly resolved by blockchain within the federal government. Further into that, this is where John Wu is saying, hey, Doge needs Avalanche. And there's some interesting things here because he points out something that is very critical. You got to remember who's running Doge, the government efficiency company, and who is behind Doge as a blockchain and as a meme coin. But if you go down here at the bottom, it says fee customizability. You don't have to hold AVAX for gas if you don't want to. In fact, you can use whatever you want for gas, even Dogecoin, or totally abstract it away from your users. So that's interesting because if we are going to see a blockchain that could possibly be in a variety of these governments, it's very possible we're going to see a lot of blockchains being utilized across the network array that we see out there in the industry. But this would be one for sure. So I'm keeping an eye on Avalanche going forward. Just so you guys know, there is another part two of this choke point hearing that's coming up, and we will get this one out to you as well. A full rundown on it. I think you guys will like it. It's, I guess the season for hearings. We're going to see more of them for sure. I want to go to one more clip and kind of end this off. Take a look. Man, I'm telling you, even though Coinbase is our advertiser in this episode, they get right to the point about this. And these are the things that are changing now in D.C. And I don't know that this would have happened had we not got Trump in the office. So there's a big deal. A lot of things going on over the next 4 years. Crypto, I believe, blockchain is about to explode. Stay tuned right here. If you're not in the Diamond Circle, get in right now and make sure subscribe to this channel. This is the biggest crypto, fastest moving crypto channel out there in the USA. And you can join it by just clicking one of the links down below and getting the Diamond Circle or into our Telegram group. So very easy. Follow me out there on X, @Paul Barron. We'll catch you next time right here on TechPath.